Hey everybody, what's going on? Game Warrior here. I thought I'd take the time again to bring you another map strategy. This mission, ironically, this map here is called Mission. And first off, what I want to talk about to start is this is the map that I managed to do 51 and 12 on. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the strategy that I used to get that. So, I believe in that one I started over here at A, and first off, like I always do, I capture the closest point, and then I believe what I did at that point was I ran over here and watched this area. Now, this isn't always the best idea, because right here there's usually a sniper. If not, then he's about here, and he will usually take you out. So what I would advise you doing is, if you're finished capturing A, either to run this area and up to B, or run from A over here to this area. And the reason I'm saying to go this way is because if you choose to go this way, you can go around from here and then kind of head to here and over to C. Now, if you do choose to go from here to C, you might need to watch here. I've actually seen some guys camp right there, and I've also seen some guys camp here and here. So that way, once you would come out from, I believe this is like a turnover, like trailer. If you came around this corner, you'd be taken out by this guy, or you'd be taken out by this guy. Occasionally, but less likely, you'll see a guy here trying to snipe this area, and he might be patrolling this area to where I just mentioned, the back of this house, which is a commonly used area. Now, I want to go to the first strategy I mentioned, which was to go from A over here and up through here. Now, I use this strategy the most whenever I'm spawning in this area, because what I'll do is I'll come to this area and over to here, which then gives me three options. I can either go left over here and clear this area out towards C, or I can go from here to this area, clear out C, or what I like to do more as of lately is I'll go this area, down here, clear C from either this point or jumping onto this point, but that's not exactly the best. So I would advise you, if you're going through this little area, to go here to take out C. And then usually what I'll do is I'll come around, and either here I'll see a guy sniping that didn't notice me, or there will be another guy who spawned up here who will try to take you out. So I would advise, if you're coming to here, to first off look to where C is and make sure nobody's coming. Do a quick check for this area, and then proceed to capturing C. And now I want to just kind of switch it up a little bit. So I want to talk about my strategy for whenever I start here at C, and that's obviously, as I've said a few times, capture the first point. That gives you the extra points right off the bat. And then what I tend to do is I'll tend to go this way, and then go towards B from here, or I'll go towards B from this corner. I'll usually peek out, make sure there's nobody either here or on the back of the truck. I've seen that a couple times. Now, if you are going from here, I would encourage you to hit the bush really quick, just to make sure that if there, by whatever chance, there's a guy coming this way, that he won't just turn and like maybe see you firing from this area. If you fire from this area, you're a little bit covered. And there's also, which you can't see, there's a crate right here, and that's one of the spots that if I'm going from A and I'm going to C, I'll usually check that crate really quick, because I've seen a couple people camping there and taking me out. Now, if you're going to take B from C, I would encourage you to go from the bush to this crate. Now, this is kind of a one of my more nervous moves, because what'll happen is you've got a guy that can run up from here to here. You've got a guy who can run up from here to here. You've got a guy who can run from here to here and then take you out here. Or if a guy was flanking for whatever reason and was up here, sees you're taking B, can move up this area and take you out from here. So one of the things I would encourage you to do is, if you are bent, like you really want to take B, to get into this corner and look this way, because you might get shot from this area, but I've noticed more people will go from this side or this side to take you out. Now, this isn't a foolproof plan. There are going to be people who don't do what most people will, who kind of get off track a little bit, or who are doing their own thing, and might come from anywhere. So you always need to be watching your corners, just doing quick looks every now and then. And when you're capturing, I can't stress this enough, keep your eyes on your map. Every single time I've seen somebody die while they have a UAV up or while they're capturing, it has been because they weren't watching their map. I am one of those people who can pretty much run a game like this, looking only at his map. I will have my general plan laid out for where I'm gonna go, and then I'll watch my map. That is why I will die in those really weird areas where, like, there's a guy in front of you, how'd you miss him? That's because I was looking at my radar. Because if people are shooting, I want to know where they are. You know? I mean, if you spawn here, and you know that there's a guy shooting here, I'm not gonna go this way and try to take him out, because that's a straight shot for him. If you're here and there's a guy shooting here, I would encourage you to go here, inch around this corner for here, and then kind of jump out at him when he's maybe reloading or something. So keeping an eye on your radar is a very crucial thing. Okay, now I wanted to talk about one or two more things. Now, if you're on A, and you notice that most people are going from this area, maybe around here, this sort of thing, I would encourage you to go over here, maybe hit this building, because you do have a window right here that you can see out. Now, I wouldn't advise you staying in this building here for very long, because there's a window and there's a door, which can end up biting you very quickly. So I would encourage you, if you're in here, to either take the forklift, take this area up here, or if you feel the need, to take this area up here. I personally don't run here to here or from here to the forklift. I generally like to take here to here, because most people will fight B and here, looking straight down. Now, if you're being covered from B and here by split, you will have to take either the forklift or this wall. If you're taking this wall, do not run across here and try to do these jumps. That is a bad idea. From here, take this area, lie down. Because if there's a sniper up here and you're lying down, first off, he might not see you right away. Second off, if you manage to get here and see the sniper that's up here, you will notice that most of the time you will be able to take him out. Unless you shoot him, he panics and ducks, or hits this wall right here. In which case, if he takes this wall, I would encourage you to go from here as fast as you can and take this wall, because from here he cannot see you, and second, he will have to be here before he can get a shot on you. If he just makes a mistake of going here thinking that you're still here, you can generally get a shot off and kill him. Okay, now I've got one other strategy for you guys to try. When you start on blue or on C, you can, like I've been talking about, take B, take the side, and what I have noticed, this works occasionally, I'm not sure what you want to call this, be it a glitch or what, you can come from this area right here, and you can usually run, jump here, and get to this corner. Now this corner you can actually see all the way over to about here, and if anybody makes the mistake of running by from this direction and running here, you've got a clear shot to them. Now from this spot you can actually see, if you look down, I believe you can see to about this spot here, and looking back you can see to about this rock. Now I notice people in that area a lot, so that is one of the spots that people will be going to. That is a spot people will check occasionally. I have had some luck running from this area to the bridge and taking a flank route to A, or from this spot going here and jumping or walking off and running to A. That will work occasionally, not all the time. Again, nothing I say will always be foolproof. Depending on when you watch this, things might have changed. People might be running different routes, but these are generally some routes that'll get you some kills. Now, I haven't really touched up on this area around here that much, because it is a death funnel, in my opinion. If you're running from here, you can be taken out by a guy who's in this area, or a guy who's in this area. If you're running from this side, you can be taken out by a guy from here, a guy camping on the bridge, or possibly a guy who's camping here. Now, I don't like to use this area all that often, but if there's a guy in here, and I'm up here, maybe rounding this corner, I will take him out, and I will take his spot. Like if you're playing chess, you'll take the piece and his spot, right? That is what I will tend to do, because if they know that their guy died here, they're gonna start looking where you just were. So run to his spot really fast, or run to a spot you are comfortable with, and know your exits and your entrances. Again, I can't stress, watch your radar, watch your corners. I hope this helps. That's about it for me, and Game Warrior signing out.